Meteorologist Sam Copland here with another Science Behind video. Today we're going to be talking about snowstorms as we're getting closer and closer to winter. We're going to be talking about how we typically get our most common snow events here across the capital region. So one way is the Alberta Clipper. This gets its name from its origins, which is the Canadian province of Alberta. We typically see it slide across the Midwest, and then you get a snow shield developing just to the north of the storm. Hence, you get some snow accumulation just to the north of the storm track. And we typically don't see our heaviest snowfall from these events, but several inches are certainly possible. Another common type of occurrence is lake effect. Now, this is where you could get more substantial snow. You typically get a cold wind blowing off the relatively warmer waters of the lake, both Lake Erie in Ontario, and sometimes you could get historic record-breaking snowfall from these type of events. We saw that last year in Buffalo in both November and December, but it's also very common across the Tug Hill Plateau, which actually averages more snow than most places across the entire country because of this lake effect phenomenon. Generally, you're seeing more minimal snow totals much further downwind of the lake, but still across the capital region, you could get several inches of snow from these lake effect events. But again, it's focused more so way off towards the north and west. Now, if you're talking about widespread substantial storms, these are reserved for nor'easters. There's two main types, the Miller type A, which will often form along an old front, say down in the Gulf of Mexico. It will ride up the Atlantic seaboard, feeding off of cooler air to the north, warmer air off towards the south. That will cause explosive growth in some cases, and generally you're talking about a snow shield that is highest just to the northwest of the center. As you get further away, you see more minimal snow totals, but the capital region has certainly seen its fair share of substantial storms from this type of track. FYI, known as a nor'easter because you get a persistent northeast wind wrapping around the storm. Now, the other type is the Miller type B. The same result, it's just a different origin. Oftentimes, this will come out of the central part of the country, hits the Appalachian Mountains, and that causes it to redevelop off the Atlantic seaboard. Again, the result at the end is the same, with substantial totals just to the north and west. So that is the science behind snowstorms. Keep it tuned to CBS 6 throughout the winter season for all your winter weather updates.